Hey everyone, welcome back to Hero Wars Guide. I want to talk today about the Clash of the Titans event, which has just been added to the game data for the upcoming Brawl. I'll talk about the event, the skins, and the shop that will be associated with the event. So we'll take a look first at the tasks and rewards that come from it. Just about everything except for the Buy Emerald is going to give some mix of these Brawl boxes and Brawl coins with a little bit of skin stones on the side. And I believe this 30,000 emerald comes entirely from the Buy Emeralds task. So with that out, the emeralds are gone. So I guess to start out with the summary, I want to say the payout for this event is not very good at 23% for maxing the whole thing out. The spending emerald rewards in particular are quite low, with a spend limit of 120,000, paying out only 25,000 emerald worth of rewards. However, these events, they have done a pretty good job of limiting just these being the way to get some of these second skins available for Titans. The second ones have been far less impactful, in my opinion, on overall Titan strength. But if you've completed the first set and you're, trying to get things to absolute maximum, then this is basically the only way to do it. Alright, but taking a look at where the rewards come for each task, you'll see that the largest portion is coming from spending emeralds. That's a little under half of the total. But then these skins pay out quite a decent chunk of rewards as well, leveling a Titan skin 40 times. And these others, which if you have a decent supply, maybe your Titans are maxed out on level and this will autocomplete, and you have some spheres on hand, then you'll get a nice chunk from this as well. It's basically, slightly more than half. To look at maybe one example scenario, say you don't spend tons of emeralds during the event, but you do have a fairly easy path to completion for all this other stuff, then you'd still be collecting just shy of 100,000 Brawl coin. That's from the tasks, and then you'll also get some for winning the battles on the day-to-day brawls. Alright then, talking about the skins briefly before we move into the shop. All three of the classic element Super Titans will be getting a champion skin, and it looks like for all three of them the bonus will be elemental damage. Elemental damage, again, I think is less important than just about any other stat out there. Maybe for a Super Titan, elemental armor would be a little less desirable, but certainly not as good as attack and possibly even health. I believe they're only going to be available through purchase with real dollars rather than emeralds or event currency. I could be wrong, I hope I'm wrong about that, but I believe they will only be available for purchase. And if so, if the previous events are any kind of guide, they'll remain locked for a pretty good stretch of time until maybe they're available in a nature season or something like that on the golden ticket side, where again they'll be sort of available through purchase. Alright, then moving into the shop, I've got the full list here, and let's see if I can make that maybe a little bit bigger. Alright, so big thing right at the top of the list is we finally have unlocked some of the other elemental skins that we got, I think maybe towards the beginning of last year, or maybe even earlier than that. These have been locked for a long time, but you'll notice the Super Titans aren't in here. I believe Super Titans and the light and dark skins will be available in purchase only bundles. And the event currency to value of reward here, normally you can unlock a Titan skin for 10,000 Titan skin stones. The ratio on these is absolutely horrible, but they do keep these pretty well locked down. I guess at least unless you're a cheater. There were apparently a lot of people who used browser extension to buy the Iris skin, and I believe also some of these Titan skins for skin stones, even though the button is normally disabled for the rest of us. And as I understand it, as per usual, Nexters has not done any sort of enforcement against violations of those terms of services. because while the stated terms are that if you use such a tool, your account will be banned, the actual enforcement mechanism, as I understand it, is to do absolutely nothing whatsoever. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off topic on that point, so I'll just reiterate here, these are horrible event currency to emerald value ratios, but they have been pretty much the only legitimate way to get these skins. You'll have to keep in mind you probably will not earn enough event currency to get all 6 of them. Again, in the example I showed, you get just under 100,000, maybe a little over 100,000, which could get you 3 through the fights in the brawls. And then if you were to spend the full number of emeralds, you're up to 175k, which is still probably not quite enough to get all 6. I don't know exactly what you get for playing the event, but it's probably not another 40,000 or whatever you'd be shy here. So maybe on full effort in the event, you'll get somewhere between 3 and 6 of these if you choose that path. Otherwise, I think all of these dolls and boxes are mostly junk, and the things that you'd want to look at is maybe these seals, if you're not spending lots and lots of emeralds on the altar going after totems, then this could be a decent deal. If you are on the big spender end of the spectrum, then maybe not the seals, maybe you want to look more at the essence of elements. All of these other artifact chests and the potions, I think, are a bad option for any level of experience or spend in the game. And finally, they throw in some hero items, and there are a couple of pretty good ones here with Lamort card and Lycanthrope Fang, but I think hero items are rarely the best option in any of these shops, unless they drastically misprice them, as they do occasionally, but not in this case. Alright, so I hope this has given you a nice heads up for what's coming tonight to Hero Wars Web and Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.